All right, cuckolds, we're going to try something new here. Since I didn't watch NXT, but I'm sure the millions and millions of fans, also known as the dozens and dozens of fans that I have, want to know my thoughts on NXT. And let's be real, do I really have to watch it to give you thoughts on this jobber fest? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's look at the results here. I'm on Bleacher Report, reading the results. They tell me the first match we had was NXT Cruiserweight champ Lio Rush versus Angel Garza, who is related somehow to Humberto Carrillo, I think. They're cousins or some shit. Now, here's the problem with this match. The NXT Cruiserweight champion. Here's why that's problematic. Neville, who you now know as Pac, right? He was the NXT champion for quite a long time when he was on NXT. Then, he moved to the main roster where he floundered like the jobber fish that he is. Then, to revitalize his career, he was moved to 205 Live, where he became the king of the cruiserweights and became WWE Cruiserweight Champion. Now, that prestigious title, quote unquote, has been demoted to the NXT Cruiserweight title, which to me means it is the fourth most important NXT title for men. Fifth, if you count the tag titles. So we have the NXT Championship, right? We have the NXT Men's Tag Team Championship, the NXT North American Championship, and that's right, let's not forget the NXT UK Championship held by Walter, the Ring General, also known as Walter, the autistic retard. So anyways, that guy looks like he looks a little bit like a wedhead, don't you think? You know, he's cool though, I like Walter. But anyways, so in other words, the Cruiserweight title is now in the bottom rung of NXT, right? At least at some point, it was the bottom rung of WWE. Now it's arguably the most irrelevant title, the least prestigious title in the entire WWE. It is lower than the NXT Men's Tag Team UK Championship or whatever the fuck it's called, right? It's lower than even the 24/7 title, motherfuckers. So with that in mind, let's put that into the context of Neville being WWE champion. I mean, sorry, what am I? Whoa, Freudian slip, never gonna happen, motherfuckers. So Neville being the NXT champion, right? Which one could argue is the third most important title in WWE after the WWE Championship and the Universal title. One could argue. I'm not making that argument myself, but one could make that argument, right? That's kind of how it's presented. It's like the main title of one of the three shows, right? So Neville won this title, and he was promoted to the Cruiserweight division. Then the entire Cruiserweight division is demoted to the lowest possible tier. So with all that in mind, why in the bluest of blue hells would I care about Lio Rush versus Angel Garza? It would be more interesting to have a match with no title. But anyways, apparently the match was pretty good according to these nerds at BleacherReport.com. Rush defeats Angel Garza after a pair of final hours, it says here. The final hour is his lowdown frog splash thing, right? And it looks like Humberto Carrillo, also known as Angel Garza, his shoulder was up, and the referee didn't see it, so it was a screwy finish to probably continue this meaningless jobber feud. And apparently, Lio Rush was booed, and Garza was cheered, who gives a rat's ass. Then we have Aaliyah, who is pretty cute. I like Aaliyah. She's kind of a butterface, but I like her, and I like her gimmick. I like her shtick. You know, she's got a nice little body, and she's fun. So she lost to Xia Li, who was one of the Chinese recruits from the Chinese, like, whatever, tryouts they had. Whatever, who cares? They've already had this match a few weeks ago. I remember it because I thought Aaliyah would win that match because Xia Li is like a nobody. But Xia Li won. Fuck it. Let it be. Who gives a rat's ass? Yeah, I don't expect anything from either of these broads. But if anyone was going to do something, it would be Aaliyah because she at least has like this bougie girl gimmick. Then we had Roddy Strong versus Keith Lee. Good. Finally, Keith Lee is getting some singles matches. He is right. When they had this little vignette where he was like, yo, man, the year just passed me by. I didn't do anything. You know, he was like undefeated, I think, but he's like, I didn't do anything. Like, what the fuck? I was supposed to be this big deal. You know, basking in my glory, motherfuckers, right? So they had the match, and apparently, well, a bunch of things happened here, it looks like. Let me read here. Finn Balor called NXT far less than it once was. No, it's the best it's ever been. And made fun of Matt Riddle. Who gives a shit? Original Bro wasn't happy. I heard one of my friends was reading the results as we were watching AEW, and he said that like Johnny Gargano is injured. Surprise! I'm sure that Tommaso Ciampa will be injured after War Games because let's be honest, these guys all they do is get injured and have like moments of like, oh, am I done with my career? Man, no one cares, right? So he was injured, so I guess the match between Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano is not happening. So they decided to plug in Matt Riddle into that match, which I think will be good because Matt Riddle is more fun. But now Matt Riddle is removed from the War Games match, so we need to put someone in there up in this bitch. So this was a good way to do it, it looks like, because Undisputed Era came to take advantage, and Ciampa and Keith Lee came to save some ass, and that's how the match started, apparently. Keith Lee versus Roderick Strong. Lee was, of course, whooping that ass because he's superior physically. And, typical Undisputed Era match. Undisputed Era comes to ruin the match, right? And Balor comes back, takes out Riddle, and then Lee hits Strong. It says here with a jackhammer, but he probably hit him with that, that little jackhammer-like thing that he gets him in the World's Strongest Slam, and he kind of jackhammers him. It's kind of neat as a move. Then Dominik Dijakovic came out. Hold on, the other videos here, motherfuckers. Sorry about that. The video that I just made for AEW started playing because it finished like formatting itself. So I'm gonna upload that once I'm done with this one. So we're gonna get 2 videos in a row. So anyways, where was I? Yeah, so Dominik Dijakovic comes in and he gets put in the match basically in War Games. It looks like to take the place of the original Bro. Which I like, because how could you not have Dominik Dijakovic in this match, considering that he and Keith Lee have incredible chemistry, and the fact that they're friends now actually makes me excited because they actually had some awesome matches, and it's like, no way these guys in real life, if they were having these matches, wouldn't respect themselves. These are 2 like actual men who would definitely bond over beating the shit out of each other. So it seems like this was a good segment. A lot of things were done here. A lot of things were put into place, I suppose. So that's kind of nice. It says here they shook hands. Dijakovic and Keith Lee shook hands. I don't like this let's shake hands thing. In this case, it's appropriate, but it is what it is. Then we had Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Bronson Reed. Now, everybody knows how I feel about Bronson Reed, but it looks like Isaiah Swerve Scott wins the match with a kick. And then they shook hands. Of course, they shook hands. Jobbers. So anyways, no one cares. The analysis here on Bleacher Report says this was a fun match that continued to build a hierarchy within NXT's mid-card division. These guys are not mid-carders. These are jobbers, man. If these are mid-carders, what is Velveteen Dream, who is the mid-card champion? Get the fuck... Oh, no, he's not anymore. Roderick Strong is. What are you talking about? It's ridiculous. Then it says here Damian Priest makes a statement by ruining Pete Dunne versus Killian Dane. This is completely meaningless. Killian Dane sucks. Pete Dunne and Damian Priest had a good little match a few weeks ago. In my opinion, one of the best matches of the year. But who gives a rat's ass? Nothing really happened here. It looks like they're going to have a 3-way match at some point is the point. So there we go. Then we had Io Shirai versus Mia Yim in a ladder match. I think the premise of this is just the winner gets the advantage for the women's War Games match. Shirai beat Yim. It looks like she took the briefcase. Who gives a shit? What happened? How did this end? The captain of Team Kick. Oh, that's one of the teams? Like those broads? Tegan Knox and the other one? Dakota Kai. What? So one of them kicked the Genius of the Sky off the ladder, but then the NXT Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray? What? Who the hell is Kaylee Ray? She arrived and she did some damage and took out Mia Yim, whatever the fuck her name is, and Io Shirai wins the ladder match. Who gives a shit? Does it really matter who wins this match? Does it really matter who has advantage? It looks like the most interesting thing here, it looks like it's this Kaylee Ray broad arrived to make a statement, which means she's going to be in the match, I'm sure, or she's going to do something. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't really care. If you put up like 10 pictures of 10 broads and you ask me which one's Kaylee Ray, I would have no idea, like at all. So, like, I'm sure when she came in to do her run-in, nobody knew who the hell she was except for like the most diehard smarks ever. In a video I made yesterday, I think, I talked briefly about What Culture Wrestling, telling us who the top 10 wrestlers are going to be in the year 2024, fuckfaces. And I mentioned that number 6 is Jacob Fatu. So I brought up this point with my friends earlier today, a few hours ago. And one of them was like, oh yeah, Jacob Fatu. I know him. And I'm like, oh my God, who do I surround myself with? People that know who Jacob Fatu is? I don't know who the hell this guy is. Who gives a shit? So that's what I gotta say about that. You know? Jacob Fatu, this guy's got Umaga written all over him, except he's not even going to be as good as Umaga. I'm sure he's going to be just a jobber. Apparently, he was on Raw a few weeks ago or something, and he jobbed out to Drew McIntyre as he should. So yeah, that's your quick NXT review. Next week I'm going to watch it. This week I couldn't because I was tricked. So I feel bad because it sounds like a better show than AEW, to be honest. So yeah, fuckers, look forward to this video. And then what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, so no wrestling tomorrow, I don't think. No wrestling that I watch. I don't even know what channel Impact is on, if it's even on Thursdays anymore. So then Friday we got SmackDown. SmackDown's on Fridays, right? Or is it on Tuesdays? I don't even know anymore. They got me all confused. So that's what we got this week. I'm sure I'm going to do some sort of other rant type things. Maybe another 25 reasons why someone sucks ass. But I don't know who else sucks more. Like, I mean, I can't do it for Jericho. Maybe Sammy Guevara, but nobody knows anything about this kid, you know? Maybe I'll do one about like Excalibur or JR or something. Maybe someone has a suggestion about what the next video should be about 25 reasons why someone sucks. Like, I can find more than 25 reasons for everyone in wrestling right now, except for very few people. So any suggestions would be appreciated because, like the What Culture thing, for example, was suggested by someone who said that, like, my channel is not like other channels because I don't have an English accent and I'm not a douchebag. And I'm thinking to myself, who has an English accent and is a douchebag? I don't know. Adam from What Culture, and the other Adam from What Culture, and the other Adam from What Culture. So that's what inspired that. So maybe you guys can give me some inspiration. Anyways, go fuck yourselves and have a nice night.